All right, so if you're working in B4X and you've ever wanted to build those really slick, modern user interfaces without a huge headache, then you have to check out the B4XDaisyCarousel. Just stick with me for a few minutes and I'll show you how you can create stuff like, well, like this. These sleek, swipeable image galleries that feel incredibly fluid and just work.
Or maybe something more like this, right? Engaging product showcases that really put your items front and center.
And even these eye-catching, auto-playing hero banners for your app's main screen. And believe it or not, all of this is possible, and it's way easier than you might think.
So how do we pull all that off? Well, it's all thanks to this one single powerful component. We're going to break down just how unbelievably simple it is to go from a blank screen to a fully working, gorgeous carousel in your B4X app. Okay, first things first. Every great UI starts with a solid foundation. So let's start by mastering the carousel structure, focusing on its layout and how we get items to snap perfectly into place.
And really, the first big decision you have to make is all about the flow. Do you want your users swiping side to side, or are we going up and down?
Now, horizontal is the classic choice, right? It's perfect for things like product lists or photo galleries, but check this out. Flipping it to vertical totally opens up some really creative possibilities. I mean, think about those full-screen, story-style interfaces you see everywhere on social media. That vertical swipe, it creates this really immersive, focused experience. It just completely changes the entire feel of the interaction.
And this is the best part. Making that huge change in user experience doesn't mean you have to rewrite a bunch of complicated code. Nope, it is literally one line. You just tell it carousel.orientation equals vertical, and bam, the component does all the heavy lifting. That's what I call powerful.
All right, next up, let's talk about the feel of scrolling. When a user swipes and lets go, where does the item settle? This snapping behavior is absolutely crucial for making your app feel polished and professional. And you have total control here. Snapping to start gives you that clean, organized list feeling. But for a showcase? Oh man, snapping to center is a total game changer. It guarantees that whatever the user stops on, it's perfectly framed, it's in focus, and it's demanding their attention. And again, look at this. All that sophisticated scroll physics is controlled with one simple property. You just set snap to center and you've instantly given your app that polished, high-end look. It's that easy.
Okay, so our layout is solid. Now for the fun part. Let's talk about styling. This is where we make the carousel look beautiful and really make sure it matches your app's unique vibe.
This right here is a perfect example of how a good built-in design system saves you so much time. Instead of messing with pixel values for corner radiuses, you just use a simple token with the rounded property. Want sharp corners? Rounded-none. Going for that modern soft look? Use rounded LG. It just makes theming consistent and totally effortless. Now, to make your carousel really pop off the screen, you need to control its depth, and the shadow property lets you do exactly that. You can go from a completely flat design all the way to a deep, prominent shadow. It gives your UI this tangible sense of elevation, of hierarchy, and again, all with just a simple token. And of course, other essential styling controls are just as simple. You can set the background color using theme-aware tokens like base 200, so it'll automatically match your app's dark or light mode. And you can control the exact spacing between your items with the gap property. It's all about making styling quick, easy, and consistent. Okay, our carousel is looking great, it's structurally sound, but how do people actually use it? Let's dive into the navigation controls. We can put the user in the driver's seat or even create a fully automated experience.
So this is a key design choice you've got to make. Do you put the user in complete control, or do you want to create a dynamic, self-running display that does its own thing?
You can give your user full control with the classic navigation buttons and those little indicator dots, so they always know exactly where they are. Or for something like a hero banner, you can just set it to autoplay. It'll create a dynamic showcase that cycles through features or promotions all by itself. The component handles both ways of doing things perfectly.
And just look how simple the code is. You literally just flip these features on by setting them to true. You want it to autoplay? Just turn it on and set the interval in milliseconds. So here, 3000 means a new slide is going to pop up every 3 seconds. It's total control with zero complexity.
So we've seen what it can do, we've seen how to tweak it, but how fast can you actually get your first one up on the screen? Let's walk through it. I promise, it's surprisingly simple.
Yeah, it really boils down to just 4 easy steps. That's it. Step 1, you create the view itself. Step 2, you get your items ready. Your images, your text, whatever you've got. 3, you just add those items into the carousel. And then the final step, you just call refresh, and it all shows up on screen. That's the whole shebang. It's clean, it's logical, and honestly, you can have your first one up and running in just a few seconds.
So there you have it. Total control over your layout, super easy theming, really powerful ways for users to interact with it, and on top of all that, it's just dead simple to implement. The B4X Daisy Carousel really hands you everything you need to build some seriously stunning UIs. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?